Welcome to day 9 of my art vlog. Not too much special going on today. It's mostly business as usual if you've been with us from the beginning. Gestures 1, 2, art study 3, 4. Although actually there is a little something extra at the end, a little something different that you maybe haven't seen before. But today I'm going to talk about something a little bit different, at least at first. I might ultimately run out of things to say and end up back just talking about what's on the screen. But I want to talk about something of a trend that I've been going through or that I've been seeing since I started this vlog, and that is an over reliance on studies. Now, don't get me wrong, studies are incredibly important. You should do them often because you'll learn a lot. But something that I struggled with was that for a long time, for years, I only did studies. And I only did studies because I falsely believed that I couldn't do the work that I wanted to do until I got to a certain skill level, and that only studies would get me there. Now, that was just patently not true. And by and large, what I learned how to do was studies, not work that I wanted to do. And especially doing it for years and years like that, where I didn't touch any original work for a long, long time. Mostly because I was too afraid, because I didn't want to try and fail. But it's easy to fall into that pattern of just doing studies, of just saying, if I can just get a little bit better, if I can just learn a little bit more, it'll all be okay. And I'll be able to finally start doing the stuff that I care about, and so on and so on. And that's so easy to fall into. I'm almost worried that I'm falling into that again here. Now, there I have some legitimate reasons for why I've mostly been focusing on studies and not doing a whole lot of original work throughout the course of this vlog. Things are pretty busy right now. There's a lot going on. I'm lucky to just find the time to even do these, and it's been a long time since I've seriously done any studies, and I feel like I need that. So, I feel like I'm justified in a lot of what I'm doing. But I do worry that I might fall into that pattern again of just doing studies. And that's not good. But it's easy to fall into because studies are so much easier than original work. Because all you have to do is draw what you see. It doesn't require any real, original, or creative effort on your part as an artist to do a study. You just have to draw what you see. And yeah, it takes some skill, and you have to be able to see and then translate what you see. And that is absolutely a skill that you develop. But it's not the same skill as doing original work from your imagination. There's a lot of things that can transfer over between the two, but they're not the same thing. And if all you do is studies because it's easy to do studies, you're never going to get to the point where you can do stuff from your imagination. And I don't want to fall into that trap again. So I'm going to be working hard over the course of the next week and beyond, and pretty much all throughout this vlog, to get back to the point where I am regularly doing artwork that I care about, stuff that is personal to me. And hopefully that'll be soon. I just need to start learning to make the time for it, to take advantage of the time that I do have. I'm thinking about this because today in particular, I didn't do that. I had an opportunity and I was lazy instead. And so what you see is the result of that. And I really want to avoid that. Now, very quickly before we finish up here, this is some level sketching. This is super quick, trying to only focus on the big shapes and stuff that you can see for an upcoming demo level for an indie game that I am a part of the team for. So you'll probably be seeing more of that in the near future. But that's pretty much everything that we've got right now. It's going well. I'm not used to this particular style of drawing. It's a 2D platformer. Uh, the actual art itself is not the traditional 2D that you see here. This is just a sketch, as I said. It's really just, I'm doing a quick paint over to get an idea of what assets need to be created for the level to kind of give myself a roadmap. But working in this style is a challenge, and one that I am constantly struggling to figure out how to actually apply, how to make it look and feel like it's got some kind of depth to it while still being 2D. And then there's, of course, the limitations of the 2D sketch medium itself, which doesn't express the actual depth of the interactive version. Because in the interactive version, you have things like parallax backgrounds. And so there's a lot of the backgrounds that you see here, or the beginnings of backgrounds that you see here, that'll probably be a lot more apparent and obvious in the actual game, because in the game they're going to shift and move around as the camera moves, and that's just not something that happens when you're drawing in Photoshop. So it's all an adventure, and that's it for today. So I will talk to you all tomorrow.